next steps. It's that time of year when a lot of high school seniors are either getting in their college applications or refreshing their email a lot to see if they got accepted into their first choice of schools. Of course, that's only one part of the stress here. The other is paying for the next 4 years. Right now, nationwide, Americans are carrying, look at the chart here, $1.77 trillion of student debt. The average balance is a shade over $38,000. A lot of that is fueled by what we can show you here on this graph over here. This is data from the National Center for Educational Services, and it shows annual tuition and fees at four-year public universities over the last 50 years. Again, these are national numbers, and this red line, what this does is it puts the cost in today's dollars. So in 2000, a year in school would cost you $3,300 today dollars. By 2023, though, that number, as you can see, had nearly tripled.
Jamie, we're going for 9 years in a row here. 8 years of no tuition increases for all in-state undergraduate students at North Carolina's 16 public universities. And this week will make it 9 years in a row. No other state in the nation can make that claim.
That right there is UNC System President Peter Hans. He's going before the Board of Governors on Wednesday to formally announce another year without a tuition increase. And here's a chart he'll show them. Another year, again, of no tuition increase for in-state students. See all those zeros there down the column. Non-residents, they will see a bit of a bump, and there will be a slight increase in mandatory fees. I asked President Hans how they've been able to keep tuition in check.
The primary reason we're able to do this is generous support by the people of North Carolina and through their elected representatives for investing in the university. We're in the top 5 in the country in per capita funding of higher education here in North Carolina. And that broad bipartisan support for the university has enabled us to maintain affordable cost and high quality at the same time.
So you're telling me programs don't suffer, classroom sizes don't increase, all those kinds of things?
That's true. That's true. Now we have variances in student demand for particular programs over time. That has changed. You can see it change at individual universities, but the support of the taxpayers, the citizens, has enabled us to keep tuition low and quality high.
What about housing and fees? Because boy, those things will hit you too.
Well, fair enough. We have a cap on growth in fees at 3%, and we've never hit 3% since we've had the cap in place in my time as president. It's more about 1.5% on average. Now, you have seen the effect of inflation on housing and dining costs. That's true throughout the economy. We're not immune from that, but we're doing our very best to keep a lid on that as well, because we understand that a dollar is a dollar, whether it's spent on tuition or housing or dining or books, as may be the case. That's the total cost of attendance. But we want to keep tuition flat and keep driving student debt down.
Here you are on this sort of a winning streak, I guess we'll say, right, of going on 9 years now without a tuition increase. But there's also a program here in the state, if I'm not mistaken, where even if for some reason tuition had to go up in the next 3 or 4 years, if you're entering the system, you're going to pay what you're paying now, right?
It's true. We have a 4-year fixed tuition guarantee. So if you enter within the next 8 semesters of your college experience, you are guaranteed that same level of tuition for all 4 years. Now, part of that's to provide predictability and stability so that students and their families can project costs, but also to incentivize graduating in 4 years, if at all possible, because time is money, and a 4-year degree costs less than staying for 5 or 6 years even.
So there you go. Get out in 4 years and tuition will be locked in. Coming up.